Are you really giving your all to your passion project, to your one-person business? In this video, I really just want to break down some simple one-person business mindset frameworks that will just help you get radically honest with yourself if you are actually heading for success or not. Because I have fallen trapped to this so many times, so I want you to learn from my journey. So if you're new here, my name's Kev. I'm an award-winning furniture designer, and now I help ambitious creatives design and build a life and business that they love. So what I really want to speak to is this kind of half-assedness, right? This half-heartedness in your creative pursuits, in your one-person business. Specifically, I want to talk about this language between trying not to lose and playing to win. Sometimes it's really that binary in the way that we're showing up for our business, right? There's times where we're just trying not to lose. We're just trying to scrape by. We're just trying to get the next project. And then there's times when we're really playing to win. We're showing up in big ways. We're coming from a place of possibility rather than fear. So the way that I want you to sort of train yourself to think about how you're showing up for your one-person business is, am I just trying to kind of keep the walls up? Am I just floating and surviving? Is that my focus? Am I worried? Am I embodying fear that it won't work out? The fear is beautiful to acknowledge. They're helping us become more free, these fears. But if I'm operating my one-person business from a place of trying not to lose, of what if it doesn't work out, energetically, what do you think you're attracting more of? Probably not abundance. You're probably going to be only attracting that bare minimum type of energy. You're gonna probably also be attracting clients that are in the same energy that is gonna probably drive you crazy, trying not to lose, afraid. Now again, it's not to just kick the fear out the window. The fear is valid and it has something really specific to teach you. I help guide people into the process of embracing those fears and the wisdom that is hidden within them. For instance, if you're trying not to lose, a fear that you could be avoiding that you're actually is running the show is the fear of inadequacy, the fear of not being good enough, right? I'm trying just not to lose, which means I'm trying just to feel good enough, but I'm being completely operated by this fear of not being good enough because I'm worried, what if I don't feel good enough? Which you're going to manifest more of that. What you try to avoid, you're bound to create, I say. Or if you believe that I'm just trying not to lose, it's so hard out there, there's just not enough work. This kind of fear of scarcity, right? And don't get me wrong, scarcity can feel very real. We all dabble into what that's like to feel constrained by that. But there is as much or as little as you believe there to be. It doesn't mean that it's not difficult and challenging to entertain a more expansive relationship to resources. It just means that whatever I focus my energy on, I'm gonna start to see more and more of. So I'm focusing on lack. If I'm focusing on, man, I'm just trying not to lose, there's not that much out there for me, you're going to be met with not that much out there for you, right? Now again, be really graceful. This was a decade-long loop I felt like I was stuck in, and I will still brush up against for most of my life. Doesn't matter how much you expand, you'll still experience these fears in the context, a new layer of the onion, so to speak, of each new sort of paradigm that you step into. You'll never fully be without scarcity. You'll never fully be without the fear of not being good enough. It might just show up in more nuanced ways, right? You might be making $1 million, but be worried about using too much toothpaste or something silly like that. You're like, whoa, that's still in there, So trying not to lose is playing defense, right? It's trying to defend what you already have. That's not bad. If you have a beautiful family, relationship, a house, that might not be a bad approach. but is that satisfying the deeper yearning of your heart to step into more, to step into deeper responsibility and play bigger with the impact that you could be having, with the money that you could be making, right? On the other hand, playing to win is playing offense. It's not maybe, it doesn't need to be as egoic as making this deep pursuit of more and more and more. It's just, instead of saying, I'm afraid to lose this, it's how good can this get, right? Instead of trying to protect and preserve what you have, it's more, how can I expand my capacity? How can I welcome more into my field? How can I show up in ways that challenge what I believe to be possible, right? When we play offense, we're playing from a place of freedom. We're not fearing losing what we have as much as we are entertaining the possibility of discovering deeper freedom in what could become, what could be. So when we play life to win, we're literally playing, you know, instead of life feeling like a job of like, no, I got these walls, stay out, stay out. We're now playing. Energetically, that has so much more creativity to it. Energetically, that entertains so much more magnetism for unexpected connections, for people to come into our lives, for opportunities to flow through me. It helps us get more into our bodies, right? And if there's one thing that I've learned in my decade-long journey of running one-person businesses, it's that the more deeply embodied I become, now the practices are different, but the process is the same for the masculine and feminine. I'm a masculine practitioner. The more deeply embodied I become as a man, the more people are gonna trust me. The more people are going to want to be around me, and the more money people are going to want to pay for what I have to offer the world, you know? And that only comes when I'm not playing to lose, I'm playing to win, to expand my self-concept, to continually challenge the idea of who I think I am so that I can rise into greater and greater and more creative versions of myself that are so capable of creating just radically beautiful things for the world, you know? It doesn't matter if you're an artist, a musician, a metal fabricator, a rooftop solar panel cleaner, whatever it is. I guarantee you that if you can shift your mindset from playing to lose, from how do I play to win? How do I play this game of one-person business, creative business, to expand what I believe to be possible? To entertain how good can this get? Now, of course, life isn't as simple as having a different mindset and everything works out. There's still going to be challenges. But until you realize that you consciously and unconsciously attract what you are focusing on, you're going to end up with more of what you don't want. Because people either have what they don't want, or they don't have what they do want. Either way, you're coming from fear and lack. There's a way to want more while completely accepting what is, but reconciling the fear that has kept you from more. So with acceptance and with really embracing your fear, you're able to finally welcome more, because that's what expands your capacity. Until you fully accept the way things are and get so real with what your reality is right now, then and only then can you really embrace your fears head on, learn what they have to share with you, learn their wisdom, embody it, and play bigger, because I'm no longer ruled by fear once I give my fear a hug and listen to it. I'm only ruled by fear when I keep it out in the future somewhere. Trying not to lose is keeping your fear in the future, but you're just looking your fear in the eyes all day long. You're not actually seeing that expansive horizon that's available to you. Once we integrate our fears, we can play life to win, because it's like, oh, I already know what it's like to feel my deepest fear of loneliness, of not being good enough, of being ruled by scarcity. I've already felt that. And I'll feel it again, yes. But if I've already embraced my deepest fears, I have no choice but to expand freedom. I have no choice but to expand my capacity and entertain what's life like on the other side of my fears. Who am I? What version am I when I embrace my fears and play bigger and confidently make my mark in the world and show up as this authentic version of me? That's the person that I want to know in you, and that's the person I'm so curious about in my own sense, and the person that is running the business, having the impact and making the money that I finally actually feel good about and want to be making, right? So that shift from trying not to lose to playing to win will just change your life. So I hope that this video was helpful. Let me know what resonated with y'all. Leave a comment below and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Appreciate y'all. Ciao.